this first part, we're gonna need a knife and a spoon. So we're gonna start by cutting off the tops and the bottoms of our bananas. And then we're going to remove the actual fruit inside and set that aside. All right, so what we have to do first is we need to take our banana peels and we're gonna remove the white, is it pith? Is that what that's called? Whatever, the white stringy things. I'm gonna use some maple syrup, soy sauce. Oh, I'm gonna add a little bit of olive oil in this too. Garlic powder, smoked paprika, liquid smoke. I'm gonna add a little bit of sriracha because I want a little extra kick in mine. Then we're gonna put our peels in there. We're gonna let them absorb the marinade for maybe like 10 minutes. Whoa, look at you, superstar. What the heck? Oh my goodness. Who gave you permission? What the? Ooh, look at you. This looks so freaking good. Hey, okay, let's take you up here. Okay, have a little nap. Just make yourself comfortable. Take off your shoes. Oh my God! What the heck? Dude. Oh my goodness, you are so beautiful. I'm not gonna lie, these look so much better than I thought they were gonna look. Like, what is going on? It crisped up nicely. I'm like, the longer these sit, like the ones that have been out here for a little bit that have cooled down are like solid, like crispy, solid bacon. Oh. Do I like that? Do I like that? I'm trying to think of what to tell you right now, but I don't know what I just put in my mouth. Look who it is. And I got bacon for you. In his bed.
Ooh. Oh, it was good at first. It tasted really burnt.
Too burnt?
It
Okay.
was good at first.
Try the other end. You don't like it at all?
Sick.
don't
It was a joke, a Halloween trick.
Hi everyone, Christina here, and today I am so happy to share with you the best raw vegan pizza recipe. And who doesn't like a good pizza? We're first gonna be making my epic rosemary tarragon flatbread crust. So we're gonna take all of the ingredients here on the table, we're going to add them into the bowl, mix them with our hands until it takes on that nice fluffy doughy cookie dough-like texture. So when you're ready, go ahead and add into your mixing bowl 2 cups of ground flax seeds, 2 cups of ground almond flour, 2 tablespoons of psyllium husk,
4 tablespoons of nutritional yeast, 2 teaspoons of fresh herbs like rosemary, oregano, or thyme, 1 teaspoon of fresh or dried oregano, 1 teaspoon of dried thyme, 1 teaspoon of fresh tartare or dried tarragon, 2
Once you have all of these ingredients in your mixing bowl, go ahead and start mixing them together with your hands. And when it's ready, we're gonna take out one of the trays from the dehydrator and make sure it has a Teflon sheet on there. You want this crust to be about 1/4 inch thick, maybe a little bit more if you like a thick crust on your pizza, because as it dehydrates, the moisture will go away and it will get thinner. We're now gonna take this crust and we're going to stick it in our dehydrator for approximately 8 hours at 118 degrees. Voila, look at how beautiful this tomato marinara sauce looks. Next up, we're gonna make the basil pesto. And this one is gonna be super simple because there are already so many flavors going on right now on this pizza.
10 hours later.
For your toppings, you can use bell peppers, green onions, fresh arugula, spinach, chopped cherry tomatoes, oregano, mushrooms, olives, red onion, fresh thyme, and also some delicious fresh ripe sliced avocado. Once you've added your toppings, you can go ahead and swirl some of your cashew cheese on top for an extra added fit, or you can even mix on some Parmesan, which is either mac nuts or Brazil nuts processed together with some nutritional yeast. I am in heaven right now. I cannot wait to bite into a slice. This is so good, it's crazy. What is happening in my mouth right now?
This is fucking
Good.
Now, I've seen people making this all over TikTok and Instagram, but this isn't anything new. The daikon steak has been being made for a long time. I'm gonna slice the daikon into steaks. I'm gonna do about 1.5 inches thick. So I would say about, where your knife starts to flatten out. That's probably about a good 1.5 inches thick. So go ahead and give that a nice even slice to get your steaks. I'm gonna do 1 tablespoon of the mushroom seasoning, 1 tablespoon coconut oil, 2 teaspoons of our black vinegar, 1 teaspoon soy sauce, 1 heaping teaspoon of red miso paste. And then last, I'm gonna do a 1/2 cup of just boiled water. Okay, all I'm gonna do is just lightly dab these guys into the sauce just to see if we can get some of that sauce to penetrate in there. But I'm actually gonna do these on a convection bake for about an hour at 250 degrees. I'm hoping to kind of soften these up. So at this point, I'm gonna take the 2 that I've basted here in the liquid. I'm gonna throw them into a hot skillet with some vegan butter. I'm using the Miyoko vegan butter, and we're gonna use about a tablespoon or so in the skillet. I wanna make sure there's enough butter to kind of coat the whole bottom of the pan, and then make sure that all sides get a really nice buttery kind of basted in that. Now, I'm gonna start by searing the sides. I really wanna make sure that those sides get a really nice sear on it for about 4 to 5 minutes a side. Once we got both sides seared, I'm just gonna throw some butter on the top, let these melt down, get them seared on all sides, a little bit of salt, garlic powder, and black pepper just to season these off. They should be awesome. Let's pour that liquid on, cover it up, simmer up for just a few minutes to kind of soften these up, turn them into their steaks, and then, oh my gosh, look at these daikon steaks. This is a radish steak. Wow. Wow.
We're making acorn bacon. Bacon? Step 1, form an uneasy alliance with your local squirrels. Step 2, harvest a bunch of acorns. Make sure there are no tiny holes in the top, no big holes along the sides. Let's give these guys a little float test. We got 2 floaters. The rest seem to be good to go. I'm going to be using this contraption to crack them open. It has the best/worst name in the world. Grandpa's Goody Getter. Nut smash. He's beautiful. Now make sure you peel off any of the remaining papery skin. Now put your nut meat and some water in a blender. Time to strain our acorn milk. You can set aside your acorn grits to make some acorn flour, but what we need for our bacon, weirdly, is the milk. Time has passed. All this stuff down here at the bottom? Yeah, that's acorn starch. Starch is gonna be a little bitter to start, so what we're gonna do is very carefully pour off this water at the top because it's carrying those bitter tannins out. We replace the water we poured out with some cool fresh water. And then we wait for it to settle again. It's tomorrow now, so I've already changed the water about 5 times. Yeet those tannins! So we should be good to go after this one. Now put some acorn starch, some salty mushroom dust, and some maple syrup into a bowl. Mixy, mixy. And then into a non-stick with a little oil. Swirl it until you get a nice, even little crepey thing. If you have any gaps, just fill her in. You want this guy to cook in here until he's a sheet, not a goo pile. Now I've separated my creepy crepe into 4 strips, and now we're adding some vegan butter to get things crispy. Trust the process. Flip them if you're brave. Okay, but y'all, what did we say about trusting the process? Ding, sparkle, sparkle. Let's try a piece. Good crunch. I can't believe this worked. Savory, a little smoky because I left it in the pan a little too long. Some mapliness comes through. A little nuttiness even comes through from the acorn. Is it the same as bacon? No, you silly Billy. But it is salty, meaty, and crunchy. It makes for a mean BLT. So happy snacking. Don't die. Don't die.
Today I have a really exciting recipe because I'm showing you how to make this vegan steak tartare using beets and plums.
No!
So
God,
I'm going to
please,
begin
no,
by cutting up my plums. Next, I am taking a steamed beet, and all I've done is I just steamed it for 40 minutes, and all I'm doing is I'm cutting these pretty much the exact same way I cut my plums, and then I began to chop up some of my herbs. So I have some chives here. I'm also chopping up some parsley as well as shallots, and these are typical ingredients that you would normally find in a steak tartare. And then I took about 2 teaspoons of capers, and I just finely chopped these. And then I took some small baby pickles, and you could also use gherkins or cornichons, like they're all the same I feel. And then I took about a teaspoon of steak seasoning, and I just added that into my mixture alongside some Dijon mustard, as well as some vegan mayo. So I thought that my tartare needed a little bit more acidity, so what I did is I just squeezed in some lemon juice. And that pretty much was everything. I think it's really nice to serve this alongside some toasted bread. I just took some slices of my sister's homemade sourdough bread, and I think serving that alongside is just the perfect way to have it. What I like to do is I also like to chill it before I serve the tartare, just so when people eat it, it's nice and cold. And you can top it off with some extra chives or whatever you like.
What up?
Hello.
Dude, check this out. Okay, so I was making a recipe and I was like, oh my god, this is vegan fried chicken with an ingredient I've never seen before. No one's done this. Shut the front fucking door. Okay, so this recipe video, it's really only like less than 2 minutes, but I looped it so I can explain. Bam! Look at that cucumber mystery fucking ingredient.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dude, I wish we could like add like some clapping or some shit, like ta-da, right? So okay, so it's no fancy ingredients. It's like 10 minutes at most. Like, you know, like throw some fucking flour in a bowl, slice some cucumber, heat some oil. It takes like 10 minutes to make this.
I cannot believe this works. But we're about to turn corn cobs into vegan honey. Cover 2 corn cobs with 2 cups of water. Let it simmer for about 15 minutes. It should smell very sweet. Add in a 1/4 cup of sugar and a slurry with 1 tablespoon of cornstarch. Put it back on the heat, add a little bit of turmeric for color, and heat it until it's thickened. It only took about 2 minutes, and I mean, look at this. This is so good.